the animatronic characters here do get a bit quirky at night.
What's up everybody, my name is Eggberry and welcome back to another Fortnite video. Thank you guys as always for stopping in. Leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already, and let's just get right into the video. So as you can see here, somebody was behind me in this river. They were just floating along and I had my sniper out. I hit them once there and finished them off with a headshot. And then of course, emote on them. They were just floating down the river and now they're dead. GG's. Shortly after that I was heading out of the circle here. As you can see, I was going to take this zip line over, and I do, and I see some shooting off to my left, and I see a car as well. I'm kind of hanging back a little bit because I didn't want them to see me, and that's also kind of why I go over off to the right over here. And I see a set of footsteps up above me too, and I'm thinking, alright, I'm going to go up to them, but they actually come down to me, and I just start punching them up here and take them out with my fists. Don't know really why they tried to do that, but works out for me. So shortly after that, I was still making my way to the new circle. I see a car up here that was just parked up in the building. I figured I would shoot it a little bit just in case somebody was inside still. I didn't seem to be hitting anybody or doing any damage, so I decided to just stop shooting it and make my way up towards it. And I see this person pop out off to the left over here, and we start having a nitro fist battle. I don't know how I got so lucky, but when I uppercut him right here, he must have been at lower health than me already, because I only had to hit him a few times. So recently Fortnite decided to appeal to the fans, and they added a game mode called Reload in, which is basically OG, but it's got some different rules, and people can be revived super fast, and they can respawn on their own for a certain amount of time. This is two clips from the same game where Chad and I were playing. I had a sneaking suspicion that he was hiding in the back of this truck here, in the bucket of it. So I started shooting at it, and sure enough, he uses a shockwave grenade to shoot himself out. He accidentally shot himself right in the middle of us, but he uses another shockwave grenade to get away again. But he thought that hiding in the back of this truck would be a good idea, but he realizes that the storm's coming at the same time, so he'd be trapped in there. So he decides to hop out, and Chad and I finish him off right here and get that Reload Victory Royale. It's actually a super fun game mode, and I've been enjoying it a lot. So here, Chad and I were waiting here. I was letting Chad heal at this campfire, and in hindsight, I was kind of being a dumbass here because I decided to shoot at the people with the war bus, and Chad was not fully healed. I felt kind of bad, but we had a mythic car, so I knew we were able to get away fast if we needed to. But we realized that the war bus was actually really low, so we decided to stick around and blow it up, and then these two were trapped out here. So ignore my terrible shooting. I am so bad with the machine gun on cars. It's just been it's been such a tough time for me. I don't know what it is, if I'm just really bad or if they've really decreased the accuracy on it that much, but right now I guess you could just call it covering fire. I decided to get out because I'm obviously not making any difference there, and I shoot him with my boom bolt and he explodes and dies. And we also had to hop out because we thought the car was going to die, but it lived. So here I was back by myself and heading up onto the loot island. This is still at the point where we had the Metallica concert stage up here, so I of course had to hit my emote in the center, make it go faster, and somebody else decides that they're going to come up and try and join me up here while I'm just trying to loot the island. They haven't made their way up yet, but it should be very soon. I'm just dancing here. I actually almost had it up, but you saw them rift just right there, and for some reason they landed just on top of there and just sat there, or I don't know what their plan was, but I just mowed them down with no problem, and they gave me some nitro fists. So thank you for your free donation, sir. And now I'm gonna go back and collect my loot from the loot island and emote on you. So here I once again get to showcase my miraculous machine gun skills in cars. I was actually doing a decent amount there for a little bit, but once Chad started driving again, I kind of lose all ability to aim for some reason. He just decided to stop for some reason. I don't know if he thought the guy was dead or something, but I'm like, bro, we need to move. He's not gone. And sure enough, there's one of them right here, and here's where my great aim is taking place. Just shooting and hitting absolutely nothing, so I decide to hop out like Chad, and we go after him with our nitro fists. He's actually doing a good amount of damage, and I accidentally stole that kill. His partner's here though, and he starts jumping away, but he pulls out his gun and turns around, and I just keep punching, which was kind of a terrible game plan, but he was luckily at a high enough point to where I hit him far enough and he took fall damage and died. So here Chat was getting in an altercation with somebody else over in this house over here. He gets downed here actually, and there's two of them in here. One of them, he's gotten really low, this person right here, so I only had to hit him a few times. But their partner was not as low, still pretty low, so Chad actually did a pretty good job here. He just got downed, unfortunately, but I had to come and save him. You're welcome, Chad. Here I had pointed out some fists to Chad, and he was just taking forever. I don't know why he decided to stop there, so I was just honking at him, telling him to get in the car, and this motherfucker, this piece of shit. So here Chad and I were at the Nitrodrome. We were the last two pairs here, and we saw him up trying to get this car at the last minute while the storm was closing in on them. One of them decided to leave while they left the other one to get the car. So this person was running away. He was heading out of the Nitrodrome. This person had gotten the car out, but I'm not sure if they were just taking too much damage. I almost just killed myself right there. But they decided to abandon the car for some reason. They also exit the drome here like their buddy. Chad and I decided to follow them out. We got our nitro fists out, start punching them. I take out this person here, and Chad and I both jump up into the air, but Chad lands perfectly on that person, and we get another victory royale. After countless times of trying and countless number of fails, Chad and I finally timed this emote exactly at the same time. You think you're the king? I'm the king. I hate that so much. Here I was back by myself in Red Lion Rig. I was going to head up to the top of this building because just give me a better viewpoint, and I saw this person up here already, and I just uppercut them to their death and emote out. Chad and I were back in reload here, and I see this person jumping out in front of me. Do a pretty good amount of damage to him there, but I start getting shot from somewhere else, and I'm running away, and I get screwed up here to the point where I get down to 1 health again, and I'm just evading, jumping around, doing all I can to not get killed off here. I for some reason just ignore the fact that I have chug splashes here, and I'm like, nah, screw it, I'm gonna fight with 1 health. And it's actually pretty embarrassing to this person what happens here, because they didn't hit me once and I finished them off. And unfortunately somebody else comes up and shoots me, gets me down, but Chad comes in clutch here and finishes them off, and then comes over and hits the revive on me. So here Chad and I were back in restored reels when we see this person down in front of us. I jump down and take him out with my nitro fist, and I go and finish him off, but we obviously know, since he just got knocked and not killed immediately, that his partner's still around too. I was just looting here a little bit, and Chad accidentally finds his partner. Well, I don't know if his partner found him, or you know what I mean, but I was running up with my nitro fists and I was going to try and catch him off guard. He kind of saw me, but I jump up in the air, jump back down, and finish him off here. And Chadwood and I was gonna let Chad heal up, you know, since he got a little bit down on health here. And he just accidentally, for some reason, I don't know how he did this, but he takes the rift. So once again, Chad and I were back in reload when it was a 2v1 situation again. We know this person's camped out in this little porta bunker over here. We see him peeking out and obviously shooting at us. They throw another one down so they can have a little more cover. Chad and I just decide that we're going to take out their cover while we can before he takes out ours. So we start shooting inside of one of the porta bunkers, and he runs over to the other one naturally. Chad actually got knocked as he used the shockwave grenade, so he kind of launched himself closer to me, luckily. He was behind cover here too, so I run over here and I revive him real quick since it's only a 5-second revive time on reload. which is actually great. This person's still out in front of us here. They jumped behind us with another shockwave grenade, and they're running around trying to heal up in this cabin, if you want to call it, if they can. And they're still running around. Chad's here. He gets knocked again. I do a little bit of damage here, but I'm not gonna let this guy win in a 2v1. And I mow him down here and get the third victory royale of the video. That's gonna do it for today's video, guys. Thank you as always for stopping in. Leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys next time.
The